This is going to be a really fun video because I just tested out all of these new makeup releases to create this look here. So if you want to see how I use these products and what products these are, then keep watching. Okay, so let's get into testing some new makeup. I haven't done this. So the first thing I'm going to try is this Kaiser Weiss. I have a really, really hard time saying this brand's name, like an extremely hard time. I just say it like 15 times off camera, which is now cut out, but it's a lip balm, basically. The brand sent me this in PR, but they sent me the shade Romance, and Romance looks like it's going to be a little more on the peachy coral side. I have not tried this yet. I've only swatched it on the top of my hand, so let's try it again. Okay. It feels like a, you know, like a luxurious chapstick. Definitely gives me like a little bit of tint. It reminds me a little bit of my natural lip color. It's nice. Their whole thing is they market their brand as like non-toxic ingredients. Like everything's non-toxic. But this feels nice. This feels like a nice just tinted lip balm. So I'm gonna let this marinate and sit on my lips. And now we're gonna get into color correcting. So I already have foundation on. I didn't have a new foundation to test for this video. So strategically, I saved my under eyes for the next few products I'm going to test out that I got recently in PR. So one of them to start out with is going to be a color corrector. I got these in PR. Let me just show you the packaging that it came with. This is the PR like container that it came in. It's like a really cute black bag. I'll try to repurpose this for something else in my makeup kit. Maybe lashes will go in this. This could be a really nice lash bag. See that? So I love Huda Beauty. They're so good to me. They're actually, just a little side story, they're the first makeup brand that ever sent me PR. And this is years ago, years and years ago. And I remember when I first got a package from them, I was blown away because I didn't do any kind of social media like I do now. Like back when they first started gifting me, I was just a working makeup artist. I barely posted on Instagram. I just wasn't doing what I do now. Like now I really quite clearly put myself out there on the internet for you all. So I was always so grateful and always so flattered that they sent me PR because I mean, I was really like, I had no presence online, like barely any. So long story short, they hold a really special place in my heart for that reason. So this was the PR package that it came in. It came with tons of color correctors. I put most of them in my professional makeup kit because I'm a huge, huge user of color correctors in my makeup kit, but I saved these two for this video to show you all. So one shade is Pink Pomelo. I think this is the lightest shade that they carry. Great for like fair skin tones to color correct your under eye. I'm going to be using the shade Peach, like just straight up Peach. Peach usually works the best for my more warm and olive undertone and for my dark circles under my eyes. Another funny thing too, as I'm putting this on, and then we'll talk more about the formula. Probably going to put this in my makeup kit just to be fully honest. So what I'm going to do is squeeze out a little bit onto my painter's palette because I don't want to contaminate that doe foot applicator since I plan on using it professionally. I'm going to get more use out of it professionally, and if I love it, I'll go buy myself one. So I'm going to grab a BK Beauty A501, just a small blending brush. Any small blending brush will do. You could also tap this on with your fingertips. So I get a lot of comments on an old video of mine on my YouTube channel where I covered up my dark circles. I talk about dark circles. I talk about how to color correct them, how to cover them up. And I still get comments to this day, because that video is like probably a year old, like maybe a year plus old at this point. I get comments randomly, people saying, or telling me rather, that I don't have dark circles. So I thought it'd be fun to really show you the stark contrast between, because you can really tell my dark circles stand out even more when I have my base on, like my foundation on, and I leave this blank. You can see them. They're right there. And, you know, I will just tell you, the lighting that I have in my studio is very beautiful and it's very forgiving, and it does help these out. It really does help diminish the appearance of them just slightly on camera. So if you saw me in person, you'd be like, oh, all right, Nikki, you do have dark circles. So I'm going to use this as my color corrector. I'm going to tap it in. When I found out that Huda Beauty was coming out with, within their faux filter line, that they were coming out with color correctors in the same formulation, I was thrilled because I'm a huge fan of the faux filter concealer. I think it's such an incredible concealer. And actually I'd be using it right now if it weren't for the fact that I have some new Makeup Forever concealers that I'm going to test out for this video. So what I like to do with color correctors is I like to let them dry down a touch, like let them kind of air set on their own, dry down a little bit, get a little more tacky. And in that meantime, I'm going to show you this beautiful PR box. So it came with the foundation. I've already used that before on my channel. I'm not the hugest fan of that foundation formula personally. I feel like it's a little heavy. I'm very excited to try the new formulation that they have for their concealer. It's the HD Skin Smooth and Blur Concealer. So they sent me 2 shades, and cute box, by the way. It's a really cute box. Makeup Forever has some really nice PR packaging. I love these little plastic bottles. They're really cute, very like aesthetically pleasing. I love the matching caps they come with. So the brand sent me 2 shades. I have 2.2N and 2.5N. Now I actually got to pick these out from the brand. They what they do is they send out when they have new releases that are like color based, like foundation and complexion based. They send out an email where you choose the colors that you think you're going to be. So that way they're not sending you a bunch of shades that you're not going to use. They're not going to work for you. So let me just swatch both of these. So this is 2.2N and then this is 2.5N. Now the one thing I will say about Makeup Forever that does kind of bother me, I always go for the N's. The N's stand for neutral, meaning they're going to have a mix of cool and warm tones in it. They're going to be a perfect combination of both worlds, but they still run so yellow. They're still, even if it says they're neutral, they still run really, really warm, really yellow based to me. Anyway, we're gonna go with the first one, the 2.2. This is pretty dry down to the touch. I'm gonna tap in any excess with my fingertip. But so far, love the shade. They made a great shade range of color correctors that work beautifully. I've already got to use a couple of them in my makeup kit on set 2 weeks ago. So I love them. I think they're amazing. They have a nice smoothing effect. They're pretty much identical to the Faux Filter Concealer. They're just color correcting form. So if you're looking for a good color corrector that's going to give you a nice smooth, just easy to work with base to put your concealer on top, I really highly recommend this formula. So now I'm going to go in with like I said, the 2.2N, and I'm going to keep this for myself. So I'm going to use this doe foot and just swipe it on directly. So let me read more about this concealer. Hold on. Transform Tired Under Eyes. I like that. So Wake Up Forever is cute. That's really cute that they put that up there. Transform Tired Eyes, New HD Skin, Smooth and Blur Concealer. It claims 24-hour wear, seamless buildable coverage, natural real skin finish, visibly smooths fine lines, blurs texture, color corrects. So they have like a nice little before and after, which I love when they do. They show all different skin tones, and it looks like they have some different ages going on here too. Makeup Forever usually does complexion products great. My only complaint, like I said, is the fact that this supposed neutral is very warm in undertone. Right out the gate, I think it feels very hydrating from what I can tell. Now for this part, I'm going to use an Angie Hot and Flashy A506 and just tap it in. Now I will say it's very wet. This is a very wet, but very hydrating. It definitely feels, I can feel the hydration, but it doesn't look like it's a lot of coverage out the gate. So I am going to build it up like it says you're able to. It says you're able to build up the coverage, because right now I'm not getting enough coverage to fully cover that color corrector. It's still kind of seeping through. The other thing is too, I don't think that these are going to be the best pairing. You know, some products work really well together. They're really like friendly together. They play well together. I don't think these are going to be the best match because this is just such a watery texture. And that's not ideal when you're doing a color corrector first, because it can start to break down that color corrector that I tried to let dry down. Like strategically, I let it dry down so this wouldn't happen, but it's still kind of starting to melt into that color corrector. That's not what you want. So what I would recommend is doing a like-minded concealer on top. So the best friend to go with this, the best pairing, is obviously going to be the Faux Filter Concealer. So if you're looking for a new set of both, I would definitely get that pairing. I think it's going to be a great pairing. Otherwise, I think the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer would go great on top of that Huda Beauty color corrector as well. Okay, this is definitely, I feel like it oxidized too. Let's do one more layer since it's buildable. And looking back, I could have definitely gone for a lighter shade in this concealer, so that's my bad. But it's very wet, like I said, very, very wet. I'm gonna lightly tap this in, and then I'm gonna let this dry down. So we're gonna leave this. We're gonna leave it for a minute longer and see how much it can self-set on its own before I go in with powder. We're gonna let that dry down, like I said, let it do its thing. And now we're gonna talk about some really pretty new liquid eyeshadows I got in the mail from Violette FR. She is an incredible makeup artist. I think she was based in Paris for a long time, or maybe she started in New York, went to Paris, now she's back in LA, I think. Don't quote me. But she was kind enough to reach out to me and add me to her PR list. And I'm so grateful because I think she makes some incredible, really unique products, but especially she does an incredible job of coming up with some really unique shades, like really unique and thoughtful colors. Like these colors are just gorgeous. So we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do a really fun eye makeup look. So I'm thinking I'm not gonna do this one. I really wanna go for this lavender. I have been saving this for this video specifically. I have been wanting to play with this for a while now. So this is the You Paint. It's a matte liquid eyeshadow. You can also use it as an eyeliner, so it's very versatile. But the shade this is, I'm not gonna even read this shade. I'm going to just pop it right here. This beautiful lavender shade. We're gonna put this on the eyes and just do a really fun look while this is drying down. So let me grab a small brush. I'm gonna start by grabbing a Refer 21 brush. I'm gonna dip into the product. I've worked with a few of the other shades that she had sent me a little while back, so I know the formula. It's a great, great formula. So I like to actually apply it with a brush. Ooh, gosh, it's so ridiculously beautiful. It's like this perfect, soft lilac. I actually love lilac and lavender on brown eyes. Like I have brown eyes, obviously. Anything in the purple family is going to be just absolutely stunning on brown eyes. So if you have brown eyes and you have not dabbled in any purple shades, you've been missing out. You'll get so many compliments if you do purple if you have brown eyes. So these are really easy to work with, like I said. This one is going to dry down to be matte. So fun. I can't wait to spend the rest of my day with this beautiful lilac eye. So let's even it out. I'm going to do my hard eye. This is just a difficult eye for me. This eye is very clearly more hooded than this eye. This eye is not hooded at all. I have like a visible eyelid space that's not covered by my lid. This one is the opposite. So this is like my problem eye. I hate to say that, but it's my eye. I can say it. It's just more difficult to work with. So if you ever wonder why my eyes don't always look exactly the same, this is why. I do have oily eyelids, so I know I'm gonna have to buff out some creases after this is dried down a touch, and I might layer a little bit more. We'll see where we're at after we finish this under eye. So I'm gonna take a damp Fenty sponge. This came out, it's like a football, and it's so big. This is like a huge sponge, but it's my last clean one, so we're gonna use it. I'm gonna squeeze it, make it a little bit smaller, and then get in there and just tap in the excess amount of that concealer that we layered. Okay, so, you know, the coverage is nice. It's pretty. I definitely wanted to layer it because it was, that first swipe wasn't enough coverage to my liking, especially for me under my eyes. And also wasn't enough to quite cover up that color corrector that I had on first. So just know that you can get a good amount of variety actually with that concealer because you can layer it, you can build it up to be more full coverage. But it feels nice, definitely feels nice. I'm definitely gonna keep testing it out and sharing my thoughts on it. Okay, so now we're gonna set it, and I have a new powder that I love. I've already been testing this out. I've been using it in like a couple of my lives and just like random tutorials that I post online. This is the One Size blurring powder. It's in the shade Ultra Pink. This powder is something else. I mean, it is like something else. It's very pink. I love this formula. I keep the original shade, both shades, like the deeper one and the lighter one, in my makeup kit to use professionally. I love this powder so much. I've talked about it for a long time. So I was really excited that they came out with the pink one because if you know me, you know I love the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder that's more of the rose tone, has like the pink tone to it. I would show you, but I'm out of my personal one. I need to go get a new one. So what I'm doing is I'm just pouring out some into a tissue below me. You don't need a lot of this powder. Just keep that in mind. So if you are wanting to try it, just less is more is my best advice to you. And we're gonna keep with the One Size theme. I'm gonna use the One Size powder puff that was actually sent in PR with the Ultra Pink powder. And what I like to do is take a good amount, work the excess into the palm of my hand, and then I'm gonna look way up. I'm just gonna press this. In case you're wondering like why you would use a pink powder, like why is it necessary? It's not necessary for everyone, and it's a little bit more tricky to work with. So what's good about it is, let's say you don't want to use a color corrector under your concealer. Let's say it's something that kind of intimidates you. You're not really sure how to use it, even though it's really easy, I promise you. Using a pink setting powder is gonna help to color correct, like give you very minor, but give you some color correction because it is pink in tone, while also brightening your under eyes. So it's a good way to get like two things out of your powder. It's not only gonna set your powder, it's gonna make your eyes look smoother under there, and it's gonna give you like that brightened and soft color correction at the same time. So, you know, just trying to give you some options. I wouldn't normally use this powder and a color corrector with the concealer. To be honest, I would skip my color corrector if I'm using this ultra pink, but just for the sake of this video, I want to show you as many new things that I received recently as possible. Now I'm going to switch to just a random small brush, take the excess of that powder and just sweep it back and forth. Because this powder puff is pretty big, it's kind of hard to get fully under my eyes. Okay, my under eyes are set. We can move on. And we're actually gonna go back to my eye makeup, and I have two other Huda Beauty new releases that I want to try on camera. This one I've been raving about. I did a whole reel on it on my Instagram. This mascara is insanely good. And I'm sorry, I know there's so many mascaras I've claimed that are great that you have to try, but I am not gonna lie, like, you have to try this one. This one is just amazing. It's kind of gimmicky in the sense where it's called One Coat Wow, but whatever, that's cute, you know? Like, if you can't be gimmicky with makeup, what's the point? Like, makeup is fun. The other thing that was sent in that same PR package was 2 eyeliners. Now, these are new to the brand. I already love their eyeliner formulas. I love their liquids. I already have like their black gel pencil too. But this is the Longwear Creamy Coal in the shade Very Brown. They also sent me black, but you know I'm a brown eyeliner fan. Cute packaging. I think it's a twist up, I believe. Yeah, it's a twist up. So it's a twist up pencil. I'm gonna use this to tightline my top lash line. So hold please. Formula wise, I should talk about the formula. The formula is great. It's like a great gel eyeliner. You know, straightforward, goes on really easy. There's no tugging. I'm curious to see how long it's going to wear, especially my waterline, because that's obviously a very wet area of your eye, which tends to move product around very quickly. So I'll have to report back on that. But as far as like ease of use, super easy to apply. Great, rich, dark brown, which I love. I'm gonna grab a little itty bitty BK Beauty brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. I don't talk about this brush enough. This is like a really incredible detailing, tiny, very flat, small angle brush. There's so many things you can do with this brush. It is not even funny. It's really good for, like I said, like very fine detailing work. It's the 208 from BK Beauty. I love to use this to pull out eyeliner. I don't show this brush enough on my channel. I need to like bring it out more often because it's so easy to work with. So I'm just gonna pull this liner out and into the rest of the shape that I created initially with that beautiful lilac liquid shadow. And then just same thing, I'm gonna lightly blend the lash line. Just wanna make it nice and soft. If you have small eyes or very deep set eyes and you struggle with liners, you have to get this brush. You really do. I'll make sure I link this brush. I'm gonna leave a note for myself to make sure I link this brush because I know I'm really bad about linking brushes. It's something that I need to work on. To be honest, I need to get in the groove of linking brushes because I get asked all the time. But the truth is, what's always held me back more times than not is the fact that I have such an extensive brush collection as a makeup artist. I have so many really archaically old brushes that I still use that I would never be able to find links to. And I think that just kind of is what has held me back because it might be frustrating to be able to like link 1 to 2 max because a lot of them are either discontinued, they don't make them anymore, or they went out of business. You know, there's so many different things that have happened with my brushes. Like I've been doing makeup for so long, so my collection is very extensive for that reason. But with that comes like just old brushes that you can't find, and I feel bad. So anyway, that's why I haven't really gone into linking my brushes, to be quite honest. So my eyeliner is on. I'm going to curl my lashes with my FR lash curler. This has quickly become my favorite lash curler. I keep the Shiseido lash curler in my makeup kit, my professional makeup kit. That seems to work the best on my clientele. It's really easy to use, but this one I love for myself. I really love this lash curler, and it's new-ish to me. I think I received this, I was lucky enough to receive this from the brand about a few months ago, and I've been using it every day ever since. It's just a great lash curler. So now that my lashes are curled, we can go into the One Coat Wow. And honestly, I use this mascara on a daily basis ever since I received it. And sometimes I skip curling my lashes because I don't really need to with this formula. I just thought I would do it for this look. But this mascara is absolutely phenomenal. So there's 2 sides. It might be hard to tell on camera. There's like a curved side, almost like as like an hourglass figure where it goes in. And then there's a flat side. So there's curves and there's a flat side. Honestly, I don't even know what side I prefer. I just kind of flip it around and let it work its magic. But I'm someone that likes to use the tip of a wand to get the outer lashes, like the outer corner lashes. Now I'm being really careful. I don't want to mess up my lavender eye makeup. Normally, like during the week, I just slap this on and it's so, I mean, it really is like, wow. It's like wow impact every single time. I didn't think Huda Beauty would be able to come out with another mascara that I would love more than their Legit Lashes mascara. It's like the double-ended formula. I've loved that one for so many years. I've turned so many of my friends onto that mascara and my clients, but this one is better. I also feel like it's more user-friendly than the other one, but look at that. Those are some lashes. I don't think I'm gonna do my bottom lashes, to be honest, because I'm gonna be out and about today and it's really hot outside and I just don't want to risk it transferring to my bottom concealer. I just don't want to deal with that. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm probably gonna go and put some bronzer on my bottom lash line after this is dried down. But now we're gonna skip over to a product that I want to give one more shot to. Okay, so I received this in PR a few months ago now. It's from Makeup Forever. It's the HD Skin Twist and Light. It's basically more of a highlighting powder, like a loose highlighting powder. It's very, in my opinion, I think it's a very confusing product for, I would assume, a lot of people because you can't tell that there's shimmer in it until you like actually get it on your skin. There's 3 different tones, obviously mixed together. So what you do is you open up, you twist the bottom and that opens up and releases the powder and then you kind of shake it out. I just kind of like tapped with my finger to get out a little bit of product. Now I'm gonna swirl it into my cap. This is not gonna go into my professional makeup kit, I can tell you that right now. So this is the product. This is the powder. So it's the 3 colors melted together. This is the shade medium, by the way. They sent me 2. They sent me light and medium. Now for this product, I think I'm gonna apply it with one of my other faves. It's the 112 from BK Beauty. I'm gonna swirl into my cap. Now the reason why I'm just kind of like meh about this powder is, first of all, the first time I used it, it looked really chalky on my skin. You know, it didn't give like this beautiful soft glow to my skin. It just looked really chalky and dull, to be honest. So I already have, you know, my feelings about this powder, but I want to give it one more shot. And I actually want to really test it out with my studio lighting because I just tested out on a live, I think, a couple months ago. And I felt like I kind of didn't really give it a good go. So tapping out the excess. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything. Okay. All right, now we see it more. I just don't think it's an impressive formula. I don't think that it's like the most useful formula. Makeup Forever, to me, usually has some really great launches. They have a board of professional makeup artists that create their products. So they're my people, you know, like they're my friends, like they're my peers. And I'm definitely shocked when they have a product that's just kind of a no for me, you know, because I genuinely love almost all their products, but this is just super underwhelming. Like, can you even see that highlighter? So, no. At this point, I have a ton on. Yeah, just not impressive. I would say absolutely skip this new makeup release. Sorry. So now we're gonna play with danger. We're gonna put a cream blush on top of a lot of powder that we have on my skin right now. But you know what? This is the beauty of like testing out new releases. You're gonna just roll with the punches with me. I really want to test this out on camera. I've already used this for a couple makeup looks. I love it. I love this formula. It's a Tower 28 Beach Please cream blush. That's like the name of their cream blushes is Beach Please. This is the shade Dream Hour. This came out as like a Barbie movie release inspired. So I love to apply a lot of my cream blushes, especially lately with the Angie Hot and Flashy A507. This is like a stippling brush with an angle on it. It just makes it incredibly easy. So dipping into that beautiful pink, and this is like hot pink. So my other rule of thumb, my favorite method is to take that product. I'm just gonna work it in the palm of my hand. I usually do the top of my hand, but I have this really unfortunate scar on the top of my hand that I try to hide from you all. So I'm not gonna do the top of my hand until I can like try to get this faded. I'm so sad. I burn the top of my hand in case you are noticing this random scar on my hand. Okay, so now pressing this onto my very powdered skin. But this method, 9 times out of 10, is a great way of applying a cream product on top of already set skin and like a powdered base without disrupting it, without moving it around, without making it like a muddy mess. It just kind of blends on and does its own thing. You don't have to like work to blend onto your skin because it's already pre-blended on the brush and then you're just lightly tapping it on top. But this color is so pretty. I love this shade so much. We definitely have some fun colors going on between the lilac eyes and this Barbie pink blush, but it's fun. It's fun to play around with colors. So I'm gonna take whatever's left over, just kind of swipe it along the top of the bridge of my nose, just kind of going across. I just want to warm up that area, bring like a soft wash of color across. Now I'm gonna skip over to bronzer, This is not a new bronzer, it's not a new release. However, it's new to me and it's new to my makeup collection. I purchased this from Laura Mercier for my big bronzer haul when I purchased every bronzer that's sold inside Sephora. If you missed that video, I'll make sure I link it somewhere. It will pop up, I'm sure, because it's a newer video of mine. But this is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder Bronzer. I have the shade Bronze 3, so it's the number 3 shade. This is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. I love this bronzer so much. It is very lightweight. It's very like finely milled. So really natural finish. So if you want a more natural finish bronzer that doesn't look very makeup-y on your skin, this is it. You have to try this. And it is also a little bit more on the sheer side. So it's very easy to build it up and or just do like a light amount if you want it to look super natural. I'm going to apply with a fluffy brush. This is the Morphe Makeup by Ariel collection brush. Any large powder brush is going to work great. And I'm just going to softly apply this to the top of my forehead, just to give some warmth back up there. I didn't do any cream bronzer this time. I just wasn't feeling it. I wanted to just do some powder. But this gives like a nice soft, very soft, radiant look to your skin while bronzing. It's not like a dull, flat matte bronzer or matte powder bronzer. It's very, very skin-like. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a touch more and just kind of work it around the outer perimeter of my cheek and a little bit across my nose. I'm not trying to contour my nose. I just want to give it a little more color just to bring my cheeks back to life. Now, before I put this away, I absolutely love this bronzer on my bottom lash line. So I'm going to take a small Zoeva 231 Petite crease and we're going to work this on the bottom lash line just to give me some shape and some definition on my bottom lash line. Okay, now one last thing. Grabbing a very old Morphe brush, I'm just going to run a little bit of this above my crease. I could have done this before the liquid eyeshadow application, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just doing like a very soft amount of it. Okay, we made it to lips. Now, I have so many new lip liners that I actually gotten in PR. Let me show you all of them, okay? Because when I tell you I got a lot. So I got a ton from Lawless. Lawless sent me a huge PR package of a bunch of lipsticks, which I'll find one to wear with this makeup look in a second. I've used their lip liners before. I think they're a really great formula. They're just a straightforward wooden pencil. They're a good formula. So I'm not going to use these today though. I really want to use the Exa ones because these are the ones I've just been drawn to the most, to be quite honest. So Exa has a bunch of lip liners. If you know me, you know I love their high fidelity satin finish foundation. I also think their color correctors are really great as well. I have one in my makeup kit that I use professionally. And what else do I like from Exa? I love their oil control primer. I have that in my makeup kit as well. I love that primer and I don't love primers at all. Like that primer is bomb. Maybe I'll do a full face of Exa soon. If you want to see a full face of Exa, leave me a comment and let me know. But the brand is really good to me. They send me PR all the time, which I'm so grateful for. So they sent me 6 lip liners, but I picked out 2 of my favorites, okay, that I want to show you. I'm actually going to use them both. So the 2 that I'm going to try out are, I threw out the boxes to these 2, but the boxes are the only place, unless I'm crazy, the box is the only place that has the actual name. So I'm gonna have to look up the name of these and I'll put them in the description because I'll be able to find the name online. Because it just says lip liner, all smiles bare, bare your truth lip liner. They both say that exact same thing. So they all say all smiles bare, bare your smile lip liner. So I'm gonna start with this lighter one first. This is kind of a great everyday neutral light lip liner. Really pretty color, and I would name it if I could find it, but I'll have to find it after. Now I'm going to do a little bit of tracing with this darker shade. A little bit of contouring, I should say. Formula-wise, they're a great creamy, very creamy for a pencil lip liner. They're just a nice, comfortable formula. Sorry, as I grab all these lipsticks from Lawless. These are all the lipsticks I got in PR along with the lip liners from Lawless. And we're gonna find a pretty and light neutral to go with this eye makeup. Actually, a lot of them are on the more nude side. A lot of them are very nude based. So I'm just gonna eliminate the ones that are darker because I'm not gonna wear that with this look anyway. Ooh, that could be really pretty. This is Daisy Girl. So Daisy Girl looks like it's gonna be really beautiful and very complimentary to my cheek and my eye color. So let's pop this on. Oh yeah, it's very, very Barbie. They smell waxy. So that's pretty. Just a nice, not much to say about this formula. The formula is okay. I'm gonna go over this with more lip liner from Exa. I really like this color from Exa. This is beautiful. just a little more shape. That took away a lot of the shape of my lips when I put that on. So that's pretty. I'll keep playing with these lipsticks, and I'll find some more colors to share with you all, I promise you. But that's an overwhelming amount of lipsticks. I'm gonna have to do like a swatch and try them on like a test and test them all out. So the last thing I'm gonna put on is something that's not new, so to speak. It's not like that new. It's maybe a couple months old actually. It's not that it's not new, it's more new to me. It's the Milk Pore Eclipse Mattifying Setting Spray. I've been testing this out because it's summertime. It's really hot in Los Angeles where I'm at, like very, very hot. And I'm not quite sure this is making a difference. So I keep testing it out specifically on really hot days when I'm out and about and kind of like running around to see if it helps like keep my makeup more matte. So I'll keep you posted. I don't have complete thoughts on this yet. So I'm gonna shake it really well because you're supposed to. I do really like the packaging. I love the sprayer. The sprayer is really nice and it gives off a nice fine mist. So let me set my makeup. Hold please. Let that soak in. In fact, I'm gonna speed this up. So now that my makeup is done, this look is complete. Let's talk about all these new makeup releases and let's just go over what I think about them. If they're a hit, if they're a miss, should you go out and get them? Are they worth it? First up, let's talk about the One Size Ultra Pink Powder. 100% worth it. I love this formula. It's a great solid formula powder. It does give you a great brightening effect to your under eyes and a slight color correction because it is very much a pink powder. So I love this one. The Kaja Weiss tinted lip balm just wasn't like thrilling to me. So to me, this is just, I'd skip it, to be honest. The HD Skin Twist and Light, this is like that highlighting powder from Makeup Forever. Skip it. Skip this launch. This is not worth it at all. It's just not impressive. Just doesn't do much. The One Coat Wow Mascara from Huda Beauty. If you're looking for a good mascara, absolutely check this out. This is definitely worth picking up. The new Tower 28 shade in Dream Hour. This is beautiful. If you want like a hot bubblegum type pink blush, I love this one. I would definitely check this out. The Huda Beauty Faux Filter Color Correctors. These are 1000% worth checking out and worth a purchase. These are a great color correcting formula. I love them. I have them in my kit and I'll continue to use these on myself as well. So definitely worth the purchase with these. The Exa lip liners, I love these. These are a great straightforward pencil lip liner. Easy to apply. They seem to be really long lasting. I've used them for a couple of days now and I really like them. And they have some beautiful colors too. So Exa as a brand, I think is just worth checking out in general. There's so many great products from this brand. The new Makeup Forever HD Skin concealers, these are really nice. They're probably not my favorite formula personally, but I can name so many people that I know that would enjoy this formula. So I think this is definitely worth checking out, especially if you have dry under eyes and you want like a nice hydrating, smooth concealer that you can build up the coverage. This is really worth checking out for sure. Huda Beauty Brown Pencil Liner, great formula. If you need a pencil liner, definitely worth checking out. I love this. And it was really easy to blend on and to create my little soft wing. So you'll see me using this a lot more, I promise you that. Now, this one I'm still deciding if I think it's worth it. It's a nice setting spray overall, but I don't think that makes my skin very matte, to be honest. I think that's just kind of a marketing thing that they threw out there to get people to try it out. I don't think that's making me more matte at all, to be honest. I think I need to actually powder a little bit after I sprayed this on. So is it worth it? Probably not. It's nice, but there's so many other nice setting sprays that I think work really well. I think that it's just a little misleading that it's supposed to be a mattifying setting spray. I just don't think it does what it's claiming to do. But it is an overall nice setting spray. The Lawless lipstick. It's nice. It's a very basic lipstick, to be honest. I'll keep playing with these and I'll keep checking out different colors. I did like Daisy Girl. That's one I have on. So if you want a color like this, it's worth checking out. Otherwise, it's just, it's a very basic lipstick. Now, these from Violette FR are 1000% worth checking out. If you want to do fun colors, like play with fun colors on your eyes and just get multiple looks with one product, because you can use these as a liquid liner or you can use them all over as an eyeshadow like I just did. I think they're incredible. I think the formula is great. They're really, really long lasting. They're incredibly pigmented. And yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about these. I think these are 1000% worth checking out. I love this formula. And the last thing I used was my Laura Mercier Baked Bronzer. 100% this is worth checking out. I actually included this in my top 10 favorite bronzers from my huge bronzer haul video. But this is a great bronzer if you want like a nice, soft, natural, like very skin-like bronzer. This is gorgeous. So definitely worth checking out. And that was it. I can't wait to get some more products and just get some more makeup releases so I can do this again and just play with some new releases and show you how they work, what they look like, give you my feedback. This was really fun. If there's any new makeup releases that you are just wanting me to try so bad, leave me a comment and let me know what they are so I can make sure I either pick them up or find them in my makeup collection to try for you all. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. This was a blast. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss my future videos. If you like new makeup releases and if you liked this makeup look, give it a thumbs up. I would love that. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.